Today on Softball 360, presented by the ASA, the Championship Edition, as the best in the softball world come together. The finals of the ASA Long Haul Bombers Stadium Power Tour are good to go as we discover who is the greatest home run hitter in the game. Later, the ASA-USA Challenge pits the ladies of Team USA against the sluggers from the Stadium Power Tour. And we'll crown a national champion in softball at the ASA Super with $50,000 of prize money on the line. Buckle up, strap in, and hold on tight. The Championship Edition of Softball 360 starts right now.
Excited to bring you the news, features, and the how-to.
All right, it's time to get it on.
Welcome to Softball 360. I'm your host, Carly Applin, and this is a special championship edition. We've been following the ASA coast to coast in MLB parks in front of thousands and small town parks across the fabric of America. One common thread: hard work, teamwork, and fun. In case you forgot, ready, set, rewind.
A speedy way to start the season. Corky's early bird, big hits, and many teams took a chance to pig out on the famous pork patties.
Eat that meat! Eat that meat!
Need some energy and excitement? Let the ladies of Fast Pitch show you how. You're looking at the next big thing in the sport at the ASA Gold in Oklahoma. Meet American Pastime from Southern California. They've been playing for a quarter century, all the way back to the very first ASA Gold.
I love it because it helps develop a strength of character and a strength of purpose.
Imagine this job description: hardworking leader in tip-top shape with a total command of softball. Perhaps most importantly, the ability to make split-second decisions. Think quick. You make the call now. Safe or out. Not easy, is it? But that's what ASA umps live for.
It's just a great sport to be around. I've been doing it for 29 years, and I can see myself doing it for at least another 10 years.
The largest tourney in the world is simply known as McQuaid's, and thousands flock to Bismarck, North Dakota. This year, a featured game with the Wounded Warriors, all U.S. military vets, and it's not hard to see the price they've paid. The Wounded Warriors are the nation's only amputee softball team, hand-picked players who share inspiration across the nation.
These guys, they could have given up. They didn't give up at all, so that's why we go with that tagline: life without a limb is limitless.
Dateline, sun-kissed Irvine, California, and the 9th edition of the World Cup of Softball. The best women's teams from around the globe gathered to test and to be tested. All eyes on Team USA, an amazing collection of the best softball players from America get after it.
Really, we're 17 strong all the time. It's not when I'm on the field, there's only 8 other people that want me to do well. It's like everyone there does.
For some softball teams, it's much more than a game. Meet the Texas Bombers, who go on beyond softball skills. Each player researches and writes an essay on a local soldier who died on the battlefield. They play the entire season as a tribute to that fallen military member.
I learned that it honestly means a lot to the parents and other people that we play our heart out for.
Sure, these ladies are learning athletic skills, but also life lessons, and that may be the most important part of the softball experience.
That's just some of the fun and games from the summer of softball, and send us your favorite moment at softball360.com. Now our championship edition continues as we crown a champ of the ASA-USA Challenge.
Wow.
The ladies of Team USA versus the muscle of the long haul bombers.
How many push-ups? Oh, good.
Sounds like a Hollywood action movie.
There's no rules.
Jessica Moore wound up and made the pitch. The girth of Flip Philby was put to the test, as was the speed of Bryson Baker. But who was the fastest? Who won the challenge? If you guessed Lauren Gibson,
A new winner.
you'd be right, as Gibby gets it on and cracks the code.
Gibby, great job. 31 seconds. You have the time to be. Great job.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
A little tired.
Congrats to Lauren Gibson of Team USA. Here's a look at the top 5 from the ASA-USA Challenge.
Stick around, softballers. More ahead on Softball 360, presented by the ASA. And if you have a story idea or want to give a shout out to me or the crew, we're always live at softball360.com, or of course, hit us up on Facebook and Twitter. Stick around, more to come.
Still ahead, our championship edition of Softball 360 continues. Showtime for the ASA Long Haul Bombers. Who is the world's greatest home run hitter? DeMarini's Bubba Brungart and Chris Larsen take on Easton's Brian Wegman and Scott Kirby, with Mike and Flip Philby glaring at them all. And check in with reporter Venus Taylor as she shares a few hits and misses from her summer of softball. Softball 360 is brought to you by ASA-USA Softball, the national governing body of softball in the U.S. By Easton Sports, there is a difference. The difference is Easton. By Mike and Sports, elite equipment for the elite player. Mike and Sports. By DeMarini. Upgrade your game with the DeMarini Stadium CL22 and Flipper Aftermath. And by OfficialGear.com, the one-stop shop for umpires and officials.
Welcome back to Softball 360. Let's get this party started. It's the ASA Super, where the best teams go head-to-head, toe-to-toe, and blow-to-blow. And where is the site of the Softball National Championships? None other than Oklahoma City, where the best teams in the nation get ready to test and be tested.
The site of the ASA Super, Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark in Oklahoma City. The best teams in the nation embrace the rich sports tradition at Bricktown Ballpark. Mickey Mantle, Johnny Bench, Warren Spahn, and the legend Jim Thorpe all have deep roots in OKC. Easton Long Haul H-Bach Auto is the favorite, but the returning champs are without their spiritual leader, Luis Reyna, and they got off to a slow start.
Between his legs, Griner digging for second. He'll hustle trying to get to third, and he is going to beat the throw.
But Easton came clawing back. It was win or go home, and they took it out on a very tough Rip City team, 16-7.
Wegman gets that one out into the gap in right center, and it's going to find a lot of room. He's on his horse. He'll be into third as easily as he's going to try to score.
Yeah.
And we're going to have our second inside the park home run of the game as Brian Wegman gets one for Easton.
It was survival of the fittest as Easton took on Sonny's and Dan Bean in a game that went back and forth, up and down. In the bottom of the 7th, Sonny's had a 1-run lead, and Brian Wegman stepped to the plate.
Earlier in this game.
You know, keep in mind, his home run ended the tournament last year in a championship game against this team. He could do it right now.
Brian Wegman may have done just that. Mike Woodley, you are Nostradamus. Oh my goodness. Brian Wegman, the Long Haul H-Bach Auto Easton team, lives to play another day as he crushes that one. 450 56 feet, a monster shot.
Easton has forced the if, winning 21-20, a late night at the park, and the ASA Super awaits.
The table is set when we return back to Oklahoma City for the final game of the ASA Super. But our championship edition show would not be complete without a word from our champion field reporter. Let's check in with Venus Taylor.
As the feature reporter for Softball 360, you can always find Venus Taylor in the middle of the action. But even a college Hall of Famer like Venus doesn't always hit them out of the park.
At the World Cup, you get fans from everywhere. This energy is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now see, I jacked it up. I should have stopped on the last one.
In the offseason, you know where to find Venus, training and getting her teams ready and prepping for another round of Softball 360.
Transfer high, transfer high.
Who will win the Manufacturers Cup on the ASA Stadium Power Tour? Defending champ Easton works to hold off challengers from DeMarini and Mikan. $50,000 and a national championship of softball are on the line at the ASA Super. It's straight ahead on the championship edition of Softball 360.
I'm Carly Applin, the show Softball 360. We're building to the big game, the final of the ASA Super. It's time to find out who's the best of the best and crown a national champion of softball.
A rematch of last year's ASA Super National Championship game between Easton Haul H-Bach Auto and Sonny's. But this year, $50,000 of prize money is on the line. Easton found its groove in an incomparable first inning. Check out these fireworks. 21 runs via 9 homers, all before Sonny's even got to bat.
Luis Reyna and making the most of that one. 335 feet as it just gets over the wall. The home run, 3-run shot, and Easton off and running here.
Led by Coach Sonny Filcher, Sonny's had a big hole to dig out of, but they came back strong and mounted a convincing comeback.
Sends it out into center field. He's going to hustle, trying for second, and gets in ahead of the throw. A double for A.J. Montano as he digs in. Nice heads-up base running.
With 2 out and the bases loaded, Danny Lopez had to keep the rally alive.
Gonna make a big difference.
Lopez delivers, sends it down the line and left. That's going to bring in 2 runs.
This is 2 outs.
But Easton is simply a machine. Along with some great defense, Easton brought the heavy drama to the plate.
13 consecutive hits for Easton, make it 14 consecutive hits for Easton. That one, 380 feet, a 2-run home run.
Hitters combined for 37 hits, 35 ribbies, and 36 runs scored.
Indeed it does. Lloyd, it's at 410 feet, another 2-run home run.
An outstanding effort by Travis Clark hoisted Haul H-Bach Auto Easton to a 36-19 win in 5 innings.
The Super Champs, what a run it was as they had to come through the losers bracket, play 4 straight games, and win 3 in a row.
And we knew if we could get back to the championship game, we like our history and we like our heart in our dugout. So we came out in the top of the first and threw up 21 runs, and that's an awful lot. Credit to them. A lot of teams would just folded up and been done. They battled right back, and they made us earn it, which I don't expect anything less from them. He's got a nice group. But my guys come out with a lot of heart when it mattered the most and did all the right things.
Ryan Wegman once again took home tournament MVP honors. Congrats to Easton Haul H-Bach Auto, the ASA Super Champions for 2014.
Congrats to the national champion of softball. It's been a long season and it's finally come to an end. Let the bragging and boasting begin. We've got more from this championship edition of Softball 360. It's time to determine who's the greatest home run hitter in the world. Stay tuned.
When Softball 360 returns, the Long Haul Bombers are in the house. Who will walk away as the world's greatest home run hitter? Softball 360 is brought to you by ASA-USA Softball, the national governing body of softball in the U.S. By Combat Sports, not all bats are created equal. By Evil Sports, the best softball on the planet is evil. evilsports.com. By bpathletics.com. For the best service and price, bpathletics.com. By softballcenter.com, the site for major softball news. And by officialgear.com, the one-stop shop for umpires and officials.
The stakes are high. We're going to find out who's the greatest home run hitter in the land and talk about bragging rights. Let's head to the ASA Stadium Power Tour Finals.
After a season of slugging softballs across America, it comes down to 15 pitches to earn the title, greatest home run hitter and team in the land.
Power Tour Championships.
Today, the slate is cleared. All the sluggers start at 0, and there is no money ball. Miken's Denny Crine steps to the plate, battling for the Manufacturers Cup. DC missed the finals for the individual honors by just 1 point, but quickly shows what could have been. Here's the call from Oklahoma City with my broadcast partner, Mike Woodley.
There we go.
465 feet.
He's got the rhythm going now.
Crine holds his head high, earning 10 big points for Team Miken and the early lead in the Manufacturers Cup. DeMarini's Bubba Brungart hops to the plate. While Bubs has already played in 3 games on this day, he looks strong and does not mince around. He wants a championship, and Bubba wants it bad.
5 home runs on 7 swings. How about 6 home runs on 8 swings? That one, 430 feet. And yet another is leaving the yard. That one, see ya.
Nice show, 11 points for Bubba and DeMarini. And it's game on, folks. Can Easton's Brian Wegman outslug Bubba? The answer comes quickly from his Easton bat. Kaboom!
7th swing for Wegman is the best thus far. Wegman puts it off the top of that netting. 460 feet for Brian Wegman.
Wags ends up with 8 points. That won't earn an individual title, but Easton is still in the hunt to retain the Manufacturers Cup. It's Crusher time. DeMarini's Chris the Crusher Larsen. He won it all as a rookie, and the Crusher is on his game.
That's a typical
right
Larsen
from Jump
shot
Street.
right there.
That is a shot indeed. Larsen gets under that one, and that one is not coming back. 380 feet for Chris Larsen. Swing number 12 is also leaving the yard.
Wow, 12 points, and Larsen has the lead. Who can top the Crusher? Perhaps Miken's Kevin Flip Philby. Flipper won the title 2 years ago and is hungry for seconds. Bricktown Ballpark cannot contain the hefty lefty. Philby and his Miken bat sends show bombs deep into right field.
Philby sends that one down the line. That ain't coming back. That is deep into the Oklahoma City night.
He is just pounding it to the upper deck.
Flip ends with 9, and now the only man who stands between Chris Larsen and a championship. Season leader Easton's Scott Special K Kirby. Curbs gets after it. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Curbs knows he has to hit 12 or better.
Kirby sends that one line shot down the line and left, and that gets out of here. That is fair. It is out of here, and it is out of here by a long shot, 410 feet. Kirby, another one. This one a monster shot. That one's not coming back.
Good show, Curbs, but not enough mojo today. The greatest home run hitter in the world is DeMarini's Chris Larsen.
Larsen, see ya. That ain't coming back. Deep shot into the Oklahoma City night. Chris
and to make it even sweeter, Team DeMarini wins the Manufacturers Cup, edging Easton by a single point. What a day for Team Demo.
You can see.
it's awesome. Anything you can do it with your best friend, it's awesome, and it's good for DeMarini. So the manufacturer's cup was key here.
The two of you do have a great chemistry. I always see you two laughing no matter what. Talk about what the relationship is here.
Oh, my turn. I mean, dude, he carried me every time I started playing softball. You know, he was my mentor, kind of dragged me along. You know, there's a lot of people that didn't have a lot of faith in me. He always did, and I want to be where I am without him. So this is my dude right here.
Here are the final results from the 2014 Stadium Power Tour Finals. Congrats again to all our champions who proved their merit all season long on the Stadium Power Tour.
What a contest and what a season of Softball 360. If you want to see more from these sluggers, head to softball360.com for deleted scenes and more. We want to give a big shout out and thank you to the folks at the ASA, Julie Bartel, Cody Warren, Stephen Embry, and Craig Kress. And of course, our fearless leader, John J.D. Daniels, his deputies, Jana Schultz and Tiffany Stanky. That's all the time we have for you. I'm your host, Carly Applin. Now get out to the park and play.
They're dainty, not impressed. Your physique does not impress me.